Hey guys, Thomas20 here with some more Tekkit. Now I did say that in this next episode I wanted to work more on industrial craft, so as you can see here I brought up all the industrial craft stuff that we're gonna do. I have gotten a lot of ores from our last video. I found a, what are they called? I found a mining shaft over yonder hill through my mining system, and I was able to get 1 diamond. I didn't even have to go that deep, and I'll explain how, because if you noticed in our previous episodes, as I crossed the ocean, there are these large dome-like structures in the water. I found out that that contains, well, not contains, that they're made up of this like weird material that, I wonder why I don't have any, since I did dig through it. But it's made up of this black material, and in it contains this like other form of diamond ore, and that's how I got this single diamond. But it's not as efficient as just finding them out in the wild, seeing as you can find them above veins from 2 to 6, not like what I found there where it was mostly where I only found 1 in that vein. But that gets us one step closer to working with the equivalent exchange mod. But back to industrial craft. Since I want to get more efficient with my resources and be able to really expand faster, it's going to require me to start multiplying the amount of ores I'm getting and how much ingots and resources that I'm pulling out of them. So the first thing we're going to look at is what's called a macerator. See if I can find it. I know it's right here. I could probably just look it up, but there it is, macerator. So to build this macerator, we're going to need 3 flint, a machine block, and electronic circuits. So for these, we're going to need copper cables. We're going to require copper, rubber. Uses go back. Refined iron and redstone. So refined iron is, no, not the credits. Let's see, go into smelting. Yes, it's just putting an iron ingot into a smeltery to produce the refined iron. But that means we're gonna need some redstone. So luckily I did find the steel pickaxe down in the mine. So as soon as I get some redstone, I'll be right back. And we're back, guys, and as you can see, I just returned from the mine. It extends all the way down to, I believe, the Y level 22. And I have found some ores down there. I found 3 full stacks of redstone. It took forever. I also found these emeralds, which are super rare. So you can see from the EMC that it's double from diamond, and I found it in the, yeah, see, as you can see here, abyssal stone. I found it in the same like the same sphere down there, not the same sphere, but a different one, but made out of the same abyssal stone that it's encased in. That's where I found these 2 emeralds. I'm not exactly, yeah. So since I need to make emerald chipsets like one day, it's very useful that I have them now. There's also very high-tech weaponry you can build. The Ender Rail Accelerator. Takes lots of emeralds. See, lots of just piping here. And then using a Philosopher's Stone and Emerald, I can create 2 diamonds. That's very useful. Be helpful for making the power armor. So we're gonna head back to home base. And we're gonna get started on some industrial craft. Three, 2, 1. So yeah, there was a short swim, so I just decided to cut that out. And the things I'm talking about are these things right here. If you can see, I know it's kind of blurry, but as you can see, there's that weird spherical object. So before we get right into it, I wanted to show you guys how exactly I'm finding these. As you can see, there's an oil well over there. So I descend down here like this. Using cobble and torches, I create a life source for oxygen. You just dig into it. It's kind of difficult since I'm underwater, but once you penetrate the outer layer, it gets a lot easier since it's hollow on the inside. Okay, so we've broken in. Now as you can see, there's a part of a mine shaft in here. And it's completely hollow, and there's some items here. As you can see, there's sapphire ore. Not much in this one. I was hoping for more diamonds, but as you can see there, it bleeds into a mine shaft. So that's actually very useful, so I'll come back down here at another time. Now, hopefully I can swim out of here without drowning. So that's where I found the diamonds and emeralds in these things that are like in the ocean. But they also spawn down deep in the caves. And just about to drown, and I made it. As you can see, if you have good eyes, you can notice all the other ones out there. Like that one over there. So I'm going to definitely try to head down to there, because they do have some pretty useful ores and emeralds and gems. I'm going to deposit all of this in here. Silver, lapis, emerald, cassiterite, galena, tin, zinc, iron ore. I'll put the rest of this in here since I don't need that. So we're going to get started on this. Well, first of all, in industrial craft, we're going to need some way to supply power to this. So we're going to need something, so we're going to need to generate electricity. Best way to do that would have to be with the generator. I believe, yeah, generator right here. So we're going to need an iron furnace, 3 refined iron, and an RE battery. Now that takes 4 tin, 2 redstone, and a copper cable. Now the only problem right here is we have copper, we lack rubber. But I do know of some rubber trees on the other island. Wood right here. 4 more planks. I believe it's shaped. Oh, gotta move that one. Yep, tree tap. Oops. Okay, so you create the tree tap like so. It takes 2. And since I have to swim back over there, I'm gonna cut it out right after. And I'll show you how to quickly obtain rubber from the trees. I'll see you then. So we're back on the island now, and as you can see, there's this darkened tree compared to everything else. This is our rubber tree. As you can see, it's called rubber wood, and what we're looking for is this brownish, there it is. You're looking for this spot on it, you right click it, achievement unlock, sticky situation, you get this sticky resin. Now I believe you just have to cook this, sticky dynamite, extractor, yeah, smelt. You put it in anything like a smelt to obtain 1 rubber, or an extractor to produce 3. Now an extractor is a more advanced piece of tech than we have right now, and these trees are a little bit rare, so I kind of want to leave it like that until I can get the saplings out of it. So we're going to go into the other ones. They're easily spotted amongst all the other trees just because of their look. So they're not too difficult to find in a forest, but they are rare. Let's see if there's one visible. No. No, not on that side. Not on that side either. Not on that side. Let's see, final side. Nope. None on this tree. Although I do believe I just disconnected it though. So I might be better off just chopping this one down. But let's continue looking for more rubber trees. Can't see many more though on these islands. And we are going to need a lot to start building industrial craft items. So let me get a better viewpoint. Nope, I can only see the 2, so I'm gonna have to chop them down and plant more. Because these rubber trees are very important. I could always try to find more, but it would be a lot easier just to stay where it's closer to where they're closer and just plant more here until we get access to higher tier items. Crafting bench. Place it here. quickly build a wooden axe. Normally I wouldn't waste resources on an axe, but there is a specific mod in the Tekkit mod pack that is pretty useful if you have an axe for chopping down trees. It's if you hit the bottom one, as you can see, it's going very slowly. At first I was confused, I didn't even know that that was a function in this mod pack. But once it breaks down, it should take the entire tree with it. Yeah, like so. And if it drops any saplings, it also takes them. So it doesn't look like it dropped any saplings. The saplings are also rare drops. That's why you have to be very careful when you're chopping down a lot of them. But usually you're lucky enough to get at least one. Let's chop this one down. The sides, none. Okay, we got 2 saplings out of this, and I have bones here. Using some quick bone meal, we're gonna grow them up real fast. Right here, so there's no surrounding trees blocking it. Well, that was 6 bone meal and it didn't work. So I'm just gonna plant these trees here. We only have 2 right now, but I know a generator requires a lot more. The generator. See, it takes 6 rubber just to produce 6 copper cables. And you have to produce them in batches of 6. So let's keep running around the island, see if I can locate any more. And also, there's a strange bug with the mini-map. I was playing this alone without recording while I was getting the resources right, and the minimap was working just fine. But as soon as I turned on OBS Studio, it immediately started turning black and engulfing the entire thing. I'm not entirely sure why it does that, but this island looks like it has a lot of trees on it, so we're probably gonna find more resin. So I'll return as soon as I get maybe half a stack. Half a stack should be fine for now. Well guys, I made it back. I happened to collect 36 sticky resin. I chopped down a lot of these rubber trees because, as I found out, I didn't know this before. When you chop the rubber wood, like the block itself, there's a chance that it releases this resin, and it was just easier to take the trees and then get the saplings and relocate them. Now, yeah, I'm not doing that. You can extract them into rubber. But right now, planting them and getting the whole tree is probably going to be a lot more important. I'm going to leave them right there just so I know where they are. And I believe you can extract these too, just to get, yeah, you can extract them to get more rubber. So that's going to be useful. I'll hold them. I'll be sure to hold these here until we have an extractor ready. Now let's see, coal, that's something you need to burn stuff. So 36 divided by 4, that's 8. Oh, that's 9. And that's also kind of annoying. Let's see, do I have extra wood? I'm going to need 2 of this. Perfect, okay. I believe they burn for like 1, so if I put 1 in there, no, 1 of these, a stack, and then 1, it should burn and turn all of that into resin. So 1, 9, 1, 1, 9, 1. So now all that is cooking. Now we need to get this generator started. So iron furnace, so we're gonna need 8 iron. We have that right here in this shape. Iron furnace. I'm not exactly what it does differently than a normal furnace, other than it's required to craft these. Let's see, then 3 refined iron ingots. So we're going to need another furnace here. I'll just quickly craft one since it'd be faster than waiting. Besides, more of a waste to just like not do it. So I need 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just so I can be efficient with this coal. So I'm trying to be efficient here. That's the whole purpose of industrial craft, improving efficiency. So that's 1. Better than iron. Okay, refined battery. We're also going to need copper ingots. I believe you just smelt copper ore, but I believe I already have some smelted. Yep, here we go, copper ingots. Also going to need redstone. So, okay, 8, 7, 9, 9, and looks like my math was correct. All 9 are cooking just fine. Okay, 36 rubber. Grab the rest of this. So we go 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Nope, just that. So 1, 2, 3. Not that. 2, 1, 3. Produce 6 copper cables. Generator battery. Click this button here. I believe that's tin though. I didn't grab any tin. That should work. So battery, this, tin, redstone, copper cable, produces a single battery, generator, refined iron goes here, battery at the top, iron furnace here, produce the generator. Suitable power so far. So I'm just gonna put this right here. So as you can see, this generator takes in coal to produce power. As it fills up, you can see it right here. It has this input here for the coal or any burnable material, and it has an output here just for putting batteries. So if I had another battery, I could charge it there. Now we're going to need that macerator. So now with the macerator, we're going to need to create another 6 stack of copper cables. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 copper cables. We're also going to need flint. I'm not sure if I actually have any flint, because I usually ignore gravel when I see it. It doesn't look like it, so I have to quickly get some. A machine block, that's 9 refined ingots. Yeah, refined. So that's gonna take 8 of these. 5, 1, 2. So that's 1 whole stack. Actually, just this 3. So that's gonna go into the machine block. This is gonna need 1, so we're gonna throw in an extra 1 here. Cobblestone. So it appears we have everything needed for the macerator, except for that flint. Now, do I have any gravel on me is the question. It doesn't appear so. But I can see if there's any way to obtain flint, but gravel and a macerator, well, we lack neither. Rock crusher, cobblestone, nope. Only 2 ways, and neither of them are possible right now. So we're gonna grab this. Yep, that's enough. We're gonna do that. Create our machine block. Grab this one. This, redstone, copper cables. To produce that, our electronic circuit. Now we're gonna need the flint. So I'm gonna head into the mine. I believe that there's some in the mountains and some in the mine that I saw. So as soon as I grab that, we're gonna be right back, right inside. Okay, I just got back. I have obtained the flint. Got some gravel. That's gonna be used when we get the rock crusher. But by that point, we actually will just need cobblestone. So now we can produce our macerator. It is this, our machine block, flint, and cobble there to produce the macerator. I'm gonna put that right next to it. So as you can see, it lacks any energy, but by putting coal here, the coal begins to burn, and as you can see, it's now obtaining power. Now the macerator can also be fueled, but you can't put coal or something burnable into this. You have to put directly redstone in this input right here, or anything that can hold power, I believe, or anything that can output power. The top, I believe, will let you just drain the energy that's in there using a battery, something that hold power. You can click this here to see any recipes that are that can be used here. As you see, obsidian into dust basically lets you turn stuff into dust. Bone meal basically increases your efficiency, as you can see. You can grind ingots back into a single one, but that's about it. You can grind wool back. Now this is a very important part, because I believe that using coal, yeah, you get coal, you turn it into coal dust, combine it with flint, you get this coal ball. Use for a coal ball, you compress it into a compressed coal ball. The use for that, you get your compressed coal balls, combine it with obsidian, you get a coal chunk. You use that in a compressor to create a diamond. It's a long process, but it's a lot quicker than just mining diamonds that you just normally find. Let's see, why are those separate stacks? I'll never know. So now that I've done that, I have a bunch of ores here. I found gold, but since I really don't have a whole lot of iron, I'm gonna put the iron in here. So as you can see, it's full. It stops burning whatever's in here as soon as it's full. Now it's gonna start macerating. Now, as you can see, it has 4 slots here. These are upgrade slots. I believe that there are these ones here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Yep, there are 11 upgrades here. This one can hold 4. It has an overclocker, which increases the clock speed of this device, any device that will accept it, which basically means it will run a lot faster, but it also consumes, I believe it's like, it'll run double it will macerate ores in half the time, but it will consume it will consume twice the amount of power. A transformer upgrade basically lets it accept more energy at once, because this generator right here actually doesn't give out a whole lot of energy. That's why if I were to attach this using copper cables, I wouldn't get hurt. But say I wanted to hook up a nuclear reactor to this device, it would blow up and you lose the device. Energy storage upgrade, it increases its internal battery. Redstone sensitivity upgrade, it lets you interact with the device using redstone. It looks like it already burned all the coal, so that's why this one's kind of inefficient. Luckily I have a bunch of charcoal here. That's why this generator is inefficient. It requires coal to burn, and there are many other ways to generate electricity. There's also numerous ways to store them. Possibly the easiest way is with a bat box here. It requires 3 batteries, a copper cable, and wood. Here's a bat box. Now the bat box is basically a storage device for energy. You place it down, attach it, and it will begin storing excess power from, say, the generator, so that excess energy isn't going to waste. Now the uses of this, as you can see, you can smelt it with a philosopher's stone. Very simple, but we don't have one yet. You can put the dust directly into anything that can smelt. So although you start with 1 iron ore, you create 2 dust, which allows you to get 2 ingots. But you can also get a lot more advanced. You can't see it here, but I believe that there is another device on this list that, let's see if I can just find it here quickly. No, I can't really see it, although I know it exists. Or maybe, well, I know it exists, maybe just not in this version. I'm not exactly sure if it exists in this version. But there are other ways to generate mass amounts of power. So the basic one we made was this generator here. There's also a geothermal generator. Takes a generator, empty cells. And this one you have to supply with lava. Usually I'll build one of these if I'm next to a lot of lava, like if I've dug near the base and I can pump lava to it. But I didn't really see a whole lot. I know there's the volcano, but it'd take a very long time and resources to even use that, so it's not very useful. Now looking at higher tier stuff, there's the nuclear reactor, of course. That's what's going to take a long time. But now that we have this macerator here, we're going to be able to double our ore production. Now I believe it is able to interact with pipes. So if I get rid of this keyword here, industrial, just type in pipe. See? Yeah, as you can see, there's pipes here. Now, using these pipes, I can directly pipe it. Oop, wrong. I can directly run this dust into a furnace. Let me grab some coal here. Oh, what are those? I can run that, so that's going to take 3. Put that iron dust in there. So now I started with 12 iron ore. Now I have 24. I've doubled my production, and I can throw in my new ore. I'm gonna throw in this gold, since I know all. Okay, see that just. Why does this just appear? It's weird. Because I'm not exactly sure if all the ores in this mod pack will work in the Mace Raider. I know that all the vanilla ores will work just fine. You can see that from the, what's it called? From the recipe list here. You can actually view, I could actually view everything. I could throw in cobblestone and get sand. As you can see, it shows everything you can throw in here that will work. Let's see if all of them are, let's see, tin ore, yes. Thorium. Clay dust, okay, that's odd. Ruby, I can throw in sandstone. Gold, of course. Nether, platinum, ice, stone, nether coal, nether lapis, platinum, uranium, redstone, zinc, bauxite, steel ore. Now that doesn't make any sense at all, since steel is like a man-made metal. Steel ore doesn't exist in nature. But now that we've fulfilled the goal, I've shown you how I'm gonna be able to expand upon what we're doing. What we're gonna be working on next is probably gonna start with automation. So let's see, this was industrial. Oops, spelled it wrong. Industrial. So we're gonna start needing some energy power. So in the meantime, for the next episode, I'm gonna build a bat box for now. There's other ones, but the bat box is the cheapest for us right now. And since we have a single diamond, I'm gonna try to produce, let's see, diamond, uses for a diamond. No, I don't need to go on uses for a diamond. What I can actually do is look at what is, let's see, I know buildcraft pipes are here, but let's see, buildcraft. Okay, buildcraft is here. So using engines, yes, the quarries. This is what I'm gonna want to try to build. The quarry, since it's gonna allow us to mass find ores, tons of them. But it is very expensive. A diamond pickaxe, that's 3 diamonds. Diamond gear, that's 4. Also accepts industrial diamonds. So 4 plus 4 plus 3, so 8, 11 diamonds total. So that's gonna take a very long time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna really ramp up production of these ores. I'm gonna try to find a lot of them. We're gonna be ready for all of this. But in the next episode, I'll focus on automation. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna be able to automate everything. So I really only have to start with ore, and it's gonna automatically produce the ingots that I need. And once I figure out if there was the higher tier stuff, I believe you can wash. Let's see, wash. No, what was it called? I forget. But if I do figure out what it was, I will show you how you can even be more efficient with these ores. But that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time.